This is called the crown. The top line is right here. Face, right? And then this is called our cog or our hosel. Drivers now are adjustable. So you can't adjust it during your round, but you can adjust it prior to your round. If it's super windy, you could lower the loft on your club head and play with that lower loft. You can tighten it though. So if you were out playing and the head came loose, hey, then you could tighten it back, but it has to be the same settings. You'll notice also on there different letters and numbers. Okay, so typically the S stands for stated loft. So if this head says 10.5 degrees right there, that S for stated loft means that this is set at 10.5. And then you have your +2, that'd make it 12.5, -1 would make it 9.5, etc. And then you have your neutral, that means not draw, not fade, right down the center, hopefully. And then you have your draw, which would help you hit more left for if you guys were slicing. Okay. When we're teeing up the ball, best place to put your tee is your hair bun. So when we're teeing up the ball, we want the ball to be halfway above and below the crown. If I have it up here, I'm probably going to sky it and it's going to leave that mark, or it's going to pop the ball up into the air. And if you're too low, you're probably going to hit the big ball first. You guys know what the big ball is? The earth. Good job. Right? That's a good one. Okay. Let's say that this is my ball for setup. You're going to start with your feet together. I like to tee up my ball closer to the toe instead of center. The reason why is because we hit this ball in the upswing. So as I extend my arms down through impact, arms move away from the body. Okay, so if I set up to the tee and I extend those arms coming into the ball, then we hit center. If my ball's teed up in the center and I extend my arms, we hit heel. Okay, heel, we lose 40% of our yardage. It's like a huge miss. If you miss toe for some reason, you only lose 10%. We're just gonna do a thumbs up, weights on the balls of our feet. You're gonna put the butt of the club to your belly button. You're gonna put your thumb on the butt of the club, and then you're gonna walk in until the back of your hand hits the front of your legs. Okay, we're gonna grip it. I personally like to pick it up. Notice that ball is center. Okay, pick it up, big step away from the target, and then when I drop the club down, I put it in the center of my feet. Ball now though is up towards the lead foot. So how do I keep my shoulders square and put my club up there? Well, we're gonna drop the trail shoulder. Okay, so if you put your hand on your back leg and you went down your leg, reach the palm of our hand towards the ball. If I'm taking the palm of my right hand, okay, then I'm gonna go towards the target like this. If I did as the crow flies, which is the shortest distance to the ball, it would look like this. Notice that my palm is now towards the ground and my shoulders are now not square to my feet. So here we're gonna set up for a slice, making sure that we're here, okay, getting in the posture, which is where we bend from the hips, and then we're gonna go down. Now, when the right shoulder drops, the weight also goes to the back foot. So we're 60-40 here. Notice that when my club face is in the center of my feet, that my club face looks square, so meaning that my club face looks like it's pointed out to the cars. Where do you guys think that my club face looks like it's pointed to now? It's a little left. Worst case scenario, you're like, oh, that doesn't look square anymore. I think I'm gonna square it up by forward pressing my hand, right? Now you've just opened your club face and you're gonna slice it all day long. So when you move your club up to the ball, right shoulder drops, right? Weight goes to the back foot. Your shaft needs to stay parallel to the lead leg. Hands, a good kind of rule of thumb, at your belly button. Club face will look left. That's how it's supposed to look. Another miss that I see people make is that they hit it like an iron. Okay, so because ball's so forward, it's the only club that we hit the ball on the upswing. Okay, which means, so if I drew a circle around my body, so let's say I'm swinging, okay, here's the top of the swing, here's the bottom of the swing because it's in the middle of my feet, right? And then after that, club starts to go left. We're gonna pretend that I have a windshield right here, If my hands hit that windshield first, like I would with an iron, look at my club face, it's wide open, okay? So that means in the middle of our feet, we want our hands to turn over. So if I did this in slow motion, when I get to the middle, hands turn over here. So as I come into impact, hands are what we call releasing through impact. So right hand goes from underneath to on top, okay? And then we follow through belly button to the target. We're gonna start with our ball in the center of our feet. Ball's lined up to the toe of the driver. Hand width of space between my legs and my body. I'm gonna grip it. I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna take my stance. I like to be shoulder width. Take a bow, we call it, head forward, butt back. And then to get the club up to the ball, I'm gonna drop the right shoulder. So see how my shoulders are still square to the ball. Kind of pre-shot routine, right? So everything that we do prior to hitting. With driver, it's very easy, because of the length of the club, to pick it up like this. If I pick it up, guess what? It's gonna come back down on the same plane, way over the top. Okay, so it's either a dead pull, which feels amazing but looks like crap, or it's gonna slice, okay, which is that curve to the right. So we're gonna sweep our club back, okay, so we're gonna touch the grass as we pull it away. I'm gonna turn until the club or my shoulder is way past the ball. So a lot of times we use the ball as a defining point of where we stop our rotation. That works if ball's middle, but ball is not middle here, ball is forward. So when we're rotating way past the ball. I'm trying to get my shoulder to the center of my feet, which is about 6 inches past the ball. If you only turn this much, you won't have enough rotation to get in a good position coming into the ball, okay? I want you to get it enough rotation that your club's parallel to the back foot, okay? Notice at the top that my back is literally facing the car. So again, we're gonna sweep. Notice my back's to the target, okay? Weight shifts left just like normal, and then we're gonna break the glass with the club head first, and then we're gonna make sure that that belly button gets around down the target line. Remember that we're lining up the toe to the ball, not the center, to that intermediate target, and with the space. I like to lift it so that I can keep it square. So we're gonna take one big step to the right. Notice there's no step to the left. Shoulder width apart. Okay, we're going to hinge from the hips down. And then how am I gonna get that club up to the ball? I'm gonna drop the right shoulder. So notice that my shoulder is not here, right? We're dropping it back. So shoulders are still parallel to my feet. Okay, we're gonna sweep it back. Backs to the target. We're gonna break the glass